anything which is deducted from debtors. So it may be a reserve, it may be provision, or it may be bad debts. It is always treated as what? It is treated as liability. If your credit side of revaluation account is more than debit side, it means what? Profit. Suppose if the debit side is more than credit side, then it is loss. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today we are in the 14th session of Unit 5, that is Partnership Accounts. So my dear students, now we shall quickly recall what we have discussed in a previous session. So in a previous session, we had solved a problem on retirement of a partner. So what do you mean by retirement of a partner? If a partner leaves the existing partnership firm, is called as retirement of a partner. And we had solved a 10 marks problem on retirement of a partner, where we solved or we prepared revaluation account, partner's capital account and balance sheet after the retirement of a partner. In today's session, we shall continue with one more problem. Now go through the problem here. Rohan, Mohan and Kiran. Now who are the partners? Rohan, Mohan and Kiran were partners in a firm. Let us see what is their profit sharing ratio. So their profit sharing ratio is 2:2:1. So how this 2:2:1 can be written as? Now who are the partners? Rohan, Mohan and Kiran. Their profit sharing ratio is 2:2:1. So what is the share of Rohan? That is 2 divided by 2 plus 2 plus 1. That is 2/5, and that of Mohan is 2/5 and that of Kiran is 1/5. So this is their profit sharing ratio. It's nothing but old ratio what they have given in the question. Old ratio. Now we shall go through the balance sheet. They have given both assets as well as liabilities. Now we shall see the assets first. So assets, they have given cash 6,000, debtors 12,000, stock 40,000, building 1,50,000, furniture 20,000 and patents 20,000. Now coming to the liability side, we are having creditors 42,000, bills payable 7,600, reserves 18,400, Mohan's capital. So they have given capital of all the three partners, that is Mohan's capital, Rohan's capital and Kiran's capital. They have given the amount also. Now we shall go through the adjustment. Now these are the adjustment. Kiran retired on April 1st, 2018. Now who is the partner who retires from the partnership firm? That is Kiran. On the following terms. Now let us see what are the terms here. Goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 60,000. Now here goodwill is valued to what extent? Rupees 60,000. Bad debts amounting to rupees 2,000 were to be written off. Now what is this bad debts? As I told, anything which is deducted from debtors. So it may be a reserve, it may be provision, or it may be bad debts. It is always treated as what? It is treated as liability. Now if you see the balance sheet, in the asset side, debtors they have given 12,000 here, but there is no bad debts, right? In the sense, now they are asking us to have a bad debt of how much? 2,000. Which has to be written off. In the sense, we have to deduct this 2,000 from where? From debtors. So it was not there in the balance sheet, but it is there in the adjustments. It means what? A new liability have come into the business. So what happens? Increase in liability. Where do we record this increase or decrease in the assets as well as liability? In the revaluation account. Next. Patents were considered as valueless. So what do you mean by valueless? So what is patent? Patent is an asset. Now see the value of asset in the balance sheet. Patent they have given 20,000. In the adjustment they are telling that now it is considered as valueless. In the sense its value is now how much? 0. Earlier it was 20,000. Now its value is 0. So it means what? Decrease in the value. Decrease in the value of what? Asset. So here it is decrease in the value of asset. So where do we record? In our revaluation account. Next, value of building is reduced to 1,30,000. Now they are telling that now the current value of building is 1,30,000. Let us see what was the previous value. Now if you see the balance sheet, building value is 1,50,000. Now they are telling that it is reduced to 1,30,000. Earlier it was 1,50,000. Now it is been reduced to 1,30,000. So this was previous value and this is current value. So if you see this, so what you can tell that? So earlier it was 1,50,000, now it is 1,30,000. In the sense, the value of building have decreased. To what extent? By 20,000. So decrease in the value of asset. So here the value of building have decreased. So decrease in the value of asset, where do we record? In the revaluation account. Next, prepaid expenses rupees 500. So what is prepaid expenses? It's a asset. Why it is an asset? As I told, always remember this. Suppose if you see, this is liabilities and this is asset of your balance sheet. Okay, so this is asset side and this is the liability side in your balance sheet. Always remember, outstanding expense is a liability. Okay, then outstanding income is what? Asset. It's reverse. Outstanding income is asset. In the same way, if outstanding expense is liability, then prepaid income is liability. So it is just reverse of this. Prepaid income is what? Liability. Then prepaid expenses is asset. Okay. So if you remember, outstanding expense is liability, then all the three will be reverse of that. Okay. Now coming here, we are having prepaid expenses. So prepaid expenses is what? I have told you prepaid expense is asset. So here, see your balance sheet, they have not given prepaid expenses here, right? So they have not given in the balance sheet, but they are telling that prepaid expense is there in the organization. In the sense, a new asset have entered the organization. It means what? Increase in asset. To what extent? By 500. So where do we record increase in asset? Revaluation account. Next, value of furniture is increased by rupees 60,000. To what extent the value of furniture have increased? By 60,000. So here they have given by 60,000. In the sense, whole 60,000 have to be taken in revaluation account. So what was the value of furniture? 20,000. Now it is increased by how much? 60,000. So increase in asset, where do we record? In the revaluation account. Next, what they have told, prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. So we have to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of the firm. Now we shall go through the solution directly, which is the first account we have to prepare revaluation account. So this is the format of revaluation account. So how to begin your solution? Write the heading revaluation account. So you will be having both debit and credit side, and always don't forget to write this DR and CR, that is nothing but debit and credit. So in your debit side, particulars amount, credit side, particulars and amount. Now what you are going to record in your debit side? If any asset have decreased and liability have increased, for that I have told you, always remember A minus L plus. So if any asset have decreased and liability have increased, you are going to record in the debit side. Now coming to the credit side, A plus L minus. If any assets value have increased and liability value have decreased, you are going to record in the credit side. Now in order to record the items or in order to record the transactions in revaluation account, what we have to refer? We have to refer the adjustment. Now go through the adjustment. Goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 60,000. So leave this adjustment. We shall record in partners capital account later. Next is bad debts amounting to rupees 2,000 were to be written off. As I told, there was no bad debts in the balance sheet. So in the debtors, they have not deducted bad debts, but they are telling that now the bad debt have to be created. So to what extent liability has been created? That is 2000. So liability, increase in liability. Where do we record increase in liability? It is in the revaluation account in the debit side. That is L plus. Liability value have increased. So to bad debt, how much it has increased? 2000. And the next one is patents to be considered as valueless. So patent is asset. Now the value of patent is 0. Earlier it was 20,000. Now if you see the balance sheet, patent was 20,000. Now it is considered as valueless. In the sense now the value is 0. So decrease in the value of patent, decrease in the value of asset. So where do we record? In the revaluation account. That is to patent, A minus. 2 patents, decrease in the value of asset. How much? 20,000. To what extent it has decreased? Earlier it was 20,000. Now the value is 0. In the sense 20,000 have decreased. Right? So we are going to record this 20,000. Next is value of building is reduced to rupees 1,30,000. So as I have already told you, earlier it was 1,50,000. Now it has been reduced to 1,30,000. So decrease in the value of building by how much? 20,000. So decrease in the value of asset. Where do we record? It is A minus. So to building account, 1,50,000 earlier value minus 1,30,000. The difference amount is 20,000. Moving on to the next adjustment. That is prepaid expenses rupees 500. So as I told, prepaid expenses is an asset, but they have not given in the balance sheet prepaid expenses. Now they are telling that prepaid expenses is how much? 500. So increase in the value of asset. So where do you record in your evaluation account? It is A plus, credit side. So by prepaid expenses, how much? 500. Clear? Now moving on to the next adjustment. Value of furniture is increased by rupees 60,000. So here also increase in the value of asset. Furniture is an asset. So increase in the value of asset by how much? 60,000. So where do you record? In the credit side. So by furniture, how much? 60,000. Now we are done with recording all the adjustment relating to increase or decrease in the value of assets and liability. Now what you have to do? We have to balance our revaluation account. So when you balance, you will get either profit or loss on revaluation account. Now we shall balance both the side. Now see here, in the debit side we are having 2,000, 20,000 and 20,000. That is how much? 42,000. Now coming to the credit side, we are having 500 and 60,000. That is 60,500. Now right, since credit side is having 60,500, debit side is 42,000, credit side is more than debit side. So write 60,000 both the side. That is greater amount. Minus 42,000, you'll get a balancing figure of 18,500. Now what is this 18,500? So if your credit side of revaluation account is more than debit side, it means what? Profit. Suppose if the debit side is more than credit side, then it is loss. Now in this problem, credit side is more than debit side. So it is profit of how much? 18,500. That is the difference amount. So this profit has to be transferred to all the partners including retiring partners. So this is the only difference in revaluation account during admission as well as retirement. Whereas in admission, we will transfer only to the old partners, not to the new partners. Whereas in retirement, we will transfer to all the partners because this profit belongs to retiring partner also. So transfer that profit to profit transfer to partners capital account. Who are the partners? Rohan, Mohan and Kiran. And this 18,500 has to be distributed to all the partners in which ratio? Old ratio. So what is your old ratio? It is 2:1, right? So distribute that 18,500 into 2 divided by 5. So I'll get 7,400. Mohan 18,500 into 2 divided by 5, 7,400 and Kiran 18,500 into 1 divided by 5, 3,700. Clear? So this is all about revaluation account. Now coming to the next account, partners capital account. So write the heading, write debit and credit. So write debit and credit. Next, what is the format of partners capital account? You will particulars and you'll draw column for each partner including retiring partner also. So who are the partners? Rohan, Mohan and Kiran. Now who is the retiring partner? Kiran is the retiring partner. In the same way, credit side Rohan, Mohan and Kiran. Okay. Now first what you have to do, as usual, you transfer the capital balance of all the partners. So how to transfer? By balance brought down. So what is this? Capital. So where do we get this capital? Now go through your balance sheet. Yes, here they have given Rohan's capital, Mohan's capital and Kiran's capital. So transfer these three capital to your partner's capital account as by balance brought down. So by balance brought down, Rohan 70,000, Mohan 60,000 and Kiran 50,000. Next, which is the second step? You have to transfer revaluation account balance. So if you see your revaluation account, what balance we got? We got profit balance, right? So profit on revaluation account, transfer that profit. Since we got profit, we have to transfer to the credit side of partner's capital account. So profit of how much? 7,400, 7,400 and 3,700. So by revaluation account, so what it is? It is profit. So 7,400, 7,400 and 3,700. So we have transferred revaluation account balance. Next, we have to check whether there is any reserve, fund and profit and loss account in your balance sheet. Whether you have to check whether there is any reserve, fund as well as profit and loss account in your balance sheet. Now we shall go through the balance sheet which is given in the question. So we are having reserves here. How much? 18,400. We shall see whether there is any fund. No fund. We have to check the asset side also. Sometimes profit and loss account will be in the asset side also. So we are having only this reserve. So transfer this 18,400 to all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Why it has to be transferred to the retiring partner also? Because this reserve belongs to retiring partner also. Whereas in admission, will not transfer this reserve fund as well as profit and loss account to the new partner. Why? Because that reserves as well as profit and loss account is created by the old partner. Whereas during retirement, this retiring partner is also part of that reserve. So it has to be transferred to retiring partner also. So transfer that reserve by reserve account. So what is the reserve? 18,400 into their profit sharing ratio, that is old ratio 2:1. So I'll get 7,360, 7,360 and 3,680. Now how to calculate? We have to calculate 18,400 into their profit sharing ratio, that is 2/5, next 2/5 and 1/5. Next, we are done with reserves, funds as well as profit and loss account. Now we shall directly go through the adjustment of goodwill. Now see the adjustment here. Goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 60,000. In the sense, the total firm's goodwill is how much? 60,000. So as I told in my previous session, what you have to do first? We have to take the share of retiring partner first. Then whatever the amount we get, it has to be distributed in gain ratio among the remaining partners. So your journal entry will be what? Remaining partners capital account debited to retiring partners capital account. Now we shall see the working note. So you know the total valued goodwill is how much? Rupees 60,000. Now calculate retiring partner share of goodwill. So what is their profit sharing ratio? 2:1. This is of Rohan, this is of Mohan and this is of Kiran, right? So Rohan is how much? 2/5. Mohan is how much? 2/5 and Kiran is 1/5. Now what I have to do? We know our valued goodwill is 60,000. Calculate retiring partner share of goodwill. Who is retiring partner? Kiran. Kiran's share of goodwill. So total valued goodwill is 60,000. Kiran share of goodwill is 1 divided by 5. So 60,000 into 1 divided by 5 will get 12,000. So that's what we have calculated. Kiran's share of goodwill 60,000 into 1 divided by 12 we get 12,000. Now distribute this 12,000 among Rohan and Mohan. Rohan and Mohan in which ratio? Gain ratio. Gain ratio. But in this question, whether they have given gain ratio here? No. They have just given old ratio. They have not given new ratio also. Suppose if they have given new ratio, then we would have calculated gain ratio. So now in this situation, old ratio itself is treated as gain ratio. Now what is the old ratio? Here remaining partners ratio is how much? 2:2, right? That is of Rohan and Mohan's share is 2:2. So it can be written as 2/4 and 2/4. Clear? So or it can be simplified again 1/2. It is 2 ones are 2 twos are 2 ones are 2 twos are. So 1/2 and 1/2. So they are equal partners now 1:1. So the gain ratio is how much now? 1:1. So when you distribute 12,000 in the ratio of 1:1, you will get 6,000 each. 6,000 each. Or you can directly calculate. Therefore, Rohan's share of goodwill is 12,000 into 2 divided by 4. So we got 6,000. 2 divided by 4 is nothing but this 2:2 ratio. Remaining partners share 2:2. So each partner will get 6,000 each. Now what is a journal entry? Remaining partners capital account to retiring partners capital account. Retiring partners capital account. So who are the remaining partners? Rohan and Mohan. So Rohan's capital account debited to, Mohan's capital account debited to, who is a retiring partner? To Kiran's capital account. So this will be your journal entry. For Rohan, 6,000, Mohan, 6,000, for Kiran, 12,000. Clear? Now we shall go through partners capital account. Yes, we have written by Rohan's capital account, by Mohan's capital account. Write that it is 12,000 into 1:1 ratio, right? So, or else you can write 12,000 into 2:2 ratio. So, each partner will get 6,000 and write this amount in retiring partners column, that is Kiran's column. So, the continuation of that entry, to retiring partners share, remaining partners capital account, who are the remaining partner? Rohan and Mohan. To retiring partners capital account, to Kiran's capital account, write the amount in Rohan's column 6,000, Mohan's column 6,000. Now we are done with all the entries, balance both the side, and the balance of retiring partner should be transferred to his loan account, because in the question they have not told that whether the balance has been paid in cash or not. So it is assumed that it is not paid in cash, it is paid through his loan account. Now as usual balance, so in Rohan's account debit side we are having 6,000. Now coming to the credit side, 70,000 plus 7,400 plus 7,360, we got 84,760. So 84,760 is greater. So write 84,760 both the side, minus 6,000 will get 78,760. Next coming to Mohan. So Mohan debit side we are having only 6,000. Whereas coming to the credit side, we are having 60,000 plus 7,400 plus 7,360. We are getting 74,760. Now write 74,760 both the side, minus 6,000. So we got 68,760 as a balancing figure. So these two are remaining partner. So transfer their balance as by to balance carried down. So we have to carry down their balance because they are going to continue their firm, right? Now, what to do with the retiring partner? So here Kiran balance is 0. Now coming to the credit side, we are having 69,380. So credit side is more. So write 69,380 both the side minus 0. We got a balancing figure of 69,380. Now the balance of retiring partner has to be transferred to his loan account, that is to Kiran's loan account. How much? 69,380. Now suppose 69,380 is a balance which has to be given to Kiran. Now they tell that 10,000 has been paid in cash. Then how to record? To cash account 10,000, to Kiran's loan account remaining 59,380. Clear? So the remaining amount will be transferred to his loan account. Now what about the remaining partner? Remaining partner's capital we have carried down. Same amount has to be brought down here by balance brought down 78,760 and 68,760. This amount, the amount which we have carried down has to be brought down. Now we shall prepare balance sheet. Yes, write the heading balance sheet as on 1/4/2018. So you know the format. We are having liabilities, amount, asset and amount. Now where do we get the information to record this balance sheet? We have to refer our old balance sheet. Okay. Now go through the first item in the old balance sheet. Yes, we are having cash 6,000. But there is no adjustment on cash. Whereas in admission, they will bring capital as well as goodwill. New partner bring capital as well as goodwill. So we have to add that. Whereas in retirement, there is no adjustment. So the value of the cash remains same 6,000. So we'll record the same in our balance sheet. That is cash 6,000. Now coming to the next one. We are having debtors 12,000, but there is an adjustment on debtors. Right? So debtors is 12,000, bad debts, how much? 2,000. So less that bad debt because it's a liability. So let us see how we have recorded. Debtors 12,000 less bad debts, how much? 2,000. So the total will get 10,000. Coming to the next one. We are having stock 40,000. Whereas in adjustment, there is no adjustment relating to stock. Right? So stock they have not given anything. It means that the value of stock remains same. So we'll record the same amount. That is stock how much? 40,000. So it remains same. And the next one is we are having building 1,50,000. But what they have told here in the adjustment, the value of building is reduced to 1,30,000. So earlier it was 1,50,000. Now it is reduced by how much? 1,30,000 is the current value, so it is reduced by 20,000. So less depreciation, how much? 20,000. So building 1,50,000. So how do we get this 20,000? That is 1,50,000 was the earlier value minus current value 1,30,000. So we got 20,000 difference. Now the current value is 1,30,000. Now coming to the next one. We are having furniture 20,000, but the adjustment tells that the furniture, where the furniture is being depreciated, right? So furniture, not depreciation, it is been appreciated to by how much? 60,000. So increase in furniture. So how do we record? Furniture, earlier it was 20,000, add appreciation, that is it is increased. So add appreciation how much? 60,000. So we got 80,000. Which is the next one? Patents 20,000. But in the adjustment, they have told that patents is valueless. In the sense, current value is 0. It means what? It is been depreciated. So here the value of, not depreciation. So here the value of patent has become to 0. So record that. Patents 20,000 less 20,000. So we got 0. Now we are done with all the asset which was there in the balance sheet. Now come to the liabilities. We are having creditors 42,000, bills payable 7,600. So there was no adjustment. So write the same value of creditors and bills payable. So creditors 42,000, bills payable 7,600. Next one, reserve. We have already distributed in partners capital account. As I told, whatever the items which are there in the balance sheet, it should come only once, and the adjustment whatever the items which are there in the adjustment should come twice in a solution. So reserve we have already distributed. Capital, once we have recorded this capital, right? Once we have recorded in partners capital account as by balance brought down. So no need to take in the balance sheet. Then which capital we have to take? The balance which we have got as a balancing figure in partners capital account, that has to be taken as capital. Now go through partners capital account. So we have carried down this amount. How much? 78,760 of Rohan and Mohan. So we shall record that as capital. So capital is Rohan and Mohan 78,760 and 68,760. But there is retiring partners loan to Kiran's loan account. So we have to transfer that also 69,380. So first transfer retiring partners loan, then record the capital of the remaining partners. So retiring partner Kiran's loan is how much? 69,380. Now we shall go through the adjustment, whether we have recorded all the adjustment twice in a solution. So goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 60,000. We have recorded. Next, bad debts amounting to rupees 2,000 were to be written off. So once we have taken in revaluation account and once we have taken in the balance sheet. Next, patents. Once we have taken in revaluation account, once in balance sheet. Next, value of building. Once we have taken in revaluation account and once in balance sheet. Prepaid expenses. We have taken in revaluation account but we have not taken in the balance sheet. So what does it mean? In the old balance sheet it was not there. Now it's there in the business. So prepaid expenses is what? It's a asset. So we have to record that asset. Asset of how much? 500. So we shall record that. Prepaid expenses 500. Now we are done with, and there was a building appreciation. We have recorded in revaluation account as well as in the balance sheet. Now we have to count both the side and the balance sheet should tally. So if you count all the amount in the asset side, we got 2,66,500 and coming to that is liability, and coming to the asset side, that is 2,66,500. So both asset and liabilities are equal. So here the total of asset is equal to total of liability. This is how you are going to solve a problem on retirement of a partner, where you have to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet, that is after the retirement of the partner. That is on the retirement date we are going to prepare this balance sheet. So in my next session I am going to continue with a new topic, that is death of a partner. So as I told, it's a lengthy chapter here. You have studied about admission of a partner, retirement of a partner. So in my next session, I am going to continue with death of a partner. So my dear students, you have understood this session. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.